Whether you're buying silver and gold to make a quick buck or have that long-term hedge against inflation and the value of currency, or whether you just like shiny things, it's very, very important to understand why you're stacking gold and silver. So today's video, I'm going to talk about why I got into gold and silver in the first place and why my opinions changed quite quickly and my outlook for gold and silver is now very different to when I got started. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another precious metal ramble. Coming to you today from the backyard. It's a beautiful sunny day, so you'll have to excuse the idyllic sounds of the birds in the background and the light from the tree that I am shaded under. It's a beautiful day, so I thought I'd get some fresh air whilst we talk about why do we stack gold and silver? Why do we invest in gold and silver? At the end of the day, it's just a lump of metal. It doesn't necessarily do a great deal. It doesn't yield you anything along the way. But I am a firm believer that it actually is way more valuable than just the fact that it's a valuable metal. It teaches us so many things, so many life lessons about money, about wealth, about preserving wealth, and about getting those hard times gone. Moved them into the past and moving forwards into the future. So I'm going to share some of my reasons why I stack, and maybe they'll be the same as yours, maybe they'll be very different to yours, and I would love to know what you think down in the comment section. I think there are so many differing opinions, and it's okay to have different opinions. So let me know what your reasons are for stacking. And if you're enjoying our content and the idyllic sounds of the birds in the background, then please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And also let me know which is your favourite piece here on the table as we showcase some beautiful shiny things. So, why do we stack? Why did I get started in the very first place? So I'm not going to lie, the very first time I got started with stacking silver in the traditional sense of the word stacking was because I wanted to make some money on it. So I've always been somebody that takes my own sort of personal wealth and investing in that wealth very seriously. I've always taken a very on-hand approach with it, and I was looking at various different avenues of investing, and one of the things that's always sort of been said about having various different investments is that you should have some kind of physical assets, whether that be a house or bricks and mortar, or whether it be something like gold and silver. And back in 2015, I was in a position in my life where I had some savings, and I thought, you know what, I've got quite a lot of just cash sitting around doing nothing. So I started looking about what I could invest in. And silver and gold caught my eye because their prices were very, very low compared with history's. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to buy now, because look, it's like £10 an ounce, and not that long ago, 4 years ago in 2011, it was £50 an ounce. So that's what's going to happen, and I'll make some money. So that was my primary reason for it. But this is the beauty of investing and stacking gold and silver. It changed exceptionally quickly. So I got my first little bits of silver in, and for the first 6 months I wasn't actually that bothered about them. I was just like, well, I'm going to put them in a drawer. Didn't have too much. I had about 100 ounces of silver all told, and I was like, well, I'll just sell them when the time is right. And I had factored in that I was buying them with a little bit of a premium, so I think the spot at the time was like £9.50 when we locked in the price, and I paid about £11.50 an ounce. So I was like, well, if spot price goes to £14 an ounce, I'll sell them and I'll make some money. That's what I'll do. I'll just liquidate them with a dealer. So the first 6 months I didn't really care, didn't even check, didn't worry about it, and then all of a sudden I just got this little bug to go, let's have a look how it's doing, and it was still pretty cheap, and I was like, do you know what, I think I can get more out of this. So I went bigger, and then I fell down the rabbit hole of YouTube and silver stacking and coins and pouring silver, and the rest is history. And now I have a burgeoning empire of poured silver and precious metal collections. So that is what it is. But the whole shift of why I started to stack in that first instance changed. Instead of wanting to make a little bit of money from owning it and then selling it, all of a sudden my shift changed, and quite open I'll be about this is the reason why. It was just listening to all of these very, very good arguments on YouTube about why gold and silver is a long-term investment, why it's better to hold it for a long term. And I am very glad that I did, because coins like this one here, for example, this 10-ounce Valiant here from 2018, I'll have to have a look in my records for the exact price I paid, but I remember it being around about £135. £135, £13.50 an ounce for this, and you now look at the price that you can get for it, and it's at least 250, 260, 270, even 300 I've seen some of these go for. So you're doubling your money, if not more. And that wouldn't have happened if I'd just done the old, well, I'll sell it when I make a little bit of money on it. So that whole outlook changed for me. So yes, I still like to make money on precious metals, and I want to, of course, have that as a backup thing. But generally now, my reason for stacking is about wealth preservation. It's about taking that money that I had back in 2015, 16, 17 and 18, locking it up into something that will then give me that money back at the other end. It will be inflation proof. It will be protected against the ups and downs of the markets. But it is part of a bigger picture. So that's definitely something for me. Now, in terms of like my own personal journey, I've also learned so much, and learning is one of the things that I am super keen on for anyone in this world. I think if you're not constantly learning about new things, about different ways of doing things, then you are missing out. So for me, gold and silver has been this education journey, this learning about personal finances, about business finances. You know, I've set up a whole new business here. Before this, I worked in sort of corporate management world, basically. Without being too specific, I worked in sort of corporate level management, and I didn't like it, hated it, absolutely hated it, and that's why I left, and ultimately then became what I am today. So I had some nous about me. I knew how business worked, and I knew the general ins and outs of running a business, but I'd never actually done it. So when I started doing my poured silver business, gold and silver taught me all of these new skills. And I quit my job to do this. I quit my job to make videos on YouTube and to make poured silver as a living, and to do various other little bits with silver and gold. And it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. To be able to have that freedom to work for yourself is invaluable. It's not for everyone, and it's hard, and there's no guarantees. And I'm very lucky that I have been able to do that. But I've learned so much about running a business, about profit loss, about just bookkeeping, and of course all of the other skills that come along with it, marketing, social media, everything. And I constantly said to Mrs. Backyard Bullion, who was very wary about me quitting my job to do something like this and run a business. She made me do a little pitch like Dragon's Den for her. It was very funny, and I had to do a little business plan. But it was still very worthwhile doing, and I am forever in her debt for allowing me the opportunity to do it, because it's freed my life completely from what the doldrums of it was before. So there's a lot that I have learnt from the world of silver. And then there's community, and I love the community. I love the silver world. There are some bad bits about it that I'm not so keen on, the crazies, the conspiracy theories, the absolute, you are wrong and I'm never going to listen to anything you say. And there might well be some people who view that in today's topic and video. But apart from those, which is a minority, this community is incredible, absolutely incredible. So for that alone, I'm just so grateful, and I would love to continue that journey, and I am continuing that journey. We're nearing 60,000 subscribers. That's mental, absolutely staggering. So yeah. In terms of the community, though, we've got I say we again, I'm not the owner of the forum. The forum is giving away this bar that we made with Silver Angel pouring. So go and check that out. There's a link in the description box below where you can find out the details of how to sign up for the forum and a chance to win this bar. But we will be doing a giveaway ourselves at 60,000 subs as well. I haven't made what I'm giving away yet, but I will be working away on that at some point. So I guess in conclusion, the main driving force for me to get into silver and gold at the first place was to make some money. Now, money makes the world go round. A lot of people might think about this wealth preservation tool and just not worrying about it. Buy it, put it in a box, and never think about it again for 20 years. That is now what I would advise new stackers. So my opinion has changed. But if you're in this to make a little bit of money in the short term, have a good hard think about why and what you can possibly do, because it's not going to be as easy as you think. And also, it's a bit of a rabbit hole. If you go down this rabbit hole, you might struggle to get exactly what you want out of it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the subject. I'd love to know what you think, guys. If you would like to share your thoughts and opinions on what your favourite piece here on the table is, if you're in the Cool Kids Club, you must have a favourite piece between the Engelhard and the Heraeus bar, with the exception, of course, of my beautiful 10-ounce bar that I've made for the Silver Forum. I love that. Very, very nice. Although this is also equally as stunning, and because it's made me so much money in practice, in principle, not in practice, it's also very, very nice. But hey, Your choice. What do you like best? Otherwise, big thanks to the Cool Kids Club members for supporting the channel. If you want to find out more about all the things we're doing in terms of the Buyers Club, the forum giveaway, our 60,000 subs giveaway, and if you're a content creator, if you're one of the Backyard Bullion Ramblers and you listen to the end and you're a content creator, I'm returning to the guest speaker spots in June. So if you're interested in having your content shared on our channel with our 60,000 subs to help give you a little bit of a boost, then get in touch. Please email byb@backyardbullion.com. All of that is in the description box below. Otherwise, that's it from me. I'm just going to go now. I might go and do some chainsawing. I've got a tree that's come down that I've been eyeing up, and I want to go chop it up and then, well, chainsaw it up and chop it up. So I'm going to go and do something like that on such a beautiful, idyllic, sunny day, listening to those birds in the background. And that's, I think, what we're going to do for the last 20 seconds of the video. Thanks all. We'll see you soon.